Let me get real comfortable real quick. Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Just real quick.
All right, production in 3.
You rolling? That one hurt. That one's real.
Like water.
Tito's, bro.
Why you bring that money to the club if you ain't throwing it? How you naked on the ground but in person you ain't showing shit?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Hot Coffee with Homer. Just want to introduce a special guest today. Shout out to the one and only, the sensational Brandon Salinas.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir, man.
I'm fucking hyped to be here. Haven't seen you in a minute.
Yeah, dog, it's been a while. I
Yep.
think the last time I was here was for your 1-year anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're live from the lab, too, y'all.
Yeah,
If you
live
didn't
from
know.
the lab, bro.
Yes, sir.
Dog, there's a lot to get into, and one thing that I'm gonna just start off with is my introduction to you. So,
sure.
about maybe like 5 years ago, I met my camera dude Fern and the homie Emilio. You know Emilio, right?
Yeah. I
Shout out
remember that.
Emilio. We had an idea to throw a birthday bash for our birthdays in January. And they tell me, like, yo, you got to get Brandon Salinas, dude. I'm like, who's that, bro? Like, I don't even know who this dude is. No, you got to get him, bro. You got to get him. Bro, I remember, like, straight up, I remember kind of just being, like, not pissed off, but, like, we had a party. And we're like, bro, where's this guy at? Where's this guy at? And then finally, like, I remember you had some boy show up, and I'm like, what the fuck? That's not even him. Like, his homies just came to set up everything. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro? And I'm gonna be honest, like, we had nobody at that party at that moment.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of tripping out, like, damn, man, like, fuck. I hope this party goes good. Dog, tell me why you pull up, and then like a whole line of people just come, and the party was just bumping, bro.
I
Like,
think I remember that night.
you remember?
Bro.
It was like in a ranch in like 7 Mile Line.
Yeah, I'm remembering it now.
So how do you get to that point where you basically have a cult following almost, bro,
Yeah.
where you just post up the Addy and everybody just pops up just to go see you, not even to go see the party, because I guarantee you nobody that was there to say happy birthday to me, bro. That's the funny part too. So yeah, tell me a little bit about how you got started in DJing.
For sure, man. I mean, it's been like a for sure ride. I mean, to build that up, taking a little bit. It basically just started by like got to move the tree
There
out.
you go.
You know?
There you go.
It just started, because I was obsessed with DJing all through like high school mostly. That's basically where it started, probably in high school.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Memorial in
Memorial.
McAllen, around here.
There you go.
And yeah, man. So I mean, I just started DJing when I was like in middle school. I was super into like EDM
Oh
and
shit,
shit.
that's hella young.
Like, yeah,
Middle
bro. So I've been doing it for a long time, and then in high school I would just fucking throw parties.
Okay.
I wouldn't really personally throw them, but like I would put videos of me DJing like
Okay.
on social media and stuff like that. And I guess people just really fucked with it, and like the mixes I would upload too.
Okay.
And then so people were interested, and then sure enough I started DJing at like small parties
Okay.
for free, for some fucking beer, for a bottle.
For real.
Just pull up and have a good time, play music, and then I was
For
like,
the
yo,
exposure, man.
yeah, bro. I didn't even see it as like a job at the time, or like something that could happen. And just slowly by slowly, bro, I just started, I don't know, I guess people just really fucked with the vibes that we would bring. And it's
Okay.
not just me, it would be like the people, or like my brothers, like around me and shit. And it would just be a whole vibe at the party, and just playing the good jams. And then people recognized it and just kept going with wherever I would go, and we would try to make the spot lit wherever we're at,
Yeah, that's
And
dope.
To this day, we're still doing that shit sometimes, Not really parties, but y'all know where we at.
Yeah.
It gets crazy.
Yeah, you definitely upgrading, man. I know you mentioned that you got some things coming up this weekend, and we'll talk about that right now.
Yeah.
So what kind of? I know you said you were into EDM music and stuff early on.
Yeah, so there's like this channel on like fucking Dish Network,
Okay.
like those channels where they just play music. Have you ever seen that
yeah,
shit?
yeah.
Well, there was one called like BPM Network, and like
Okay.
it would play like all EDM all day, like just like house music and shit like that.
And you're in middle school. At
Yeah,
this
so
time.
I was like young.
Damn.
I was like in 6th grade, bro. And I would just always play that shit, and I would fucking take pictures of the songs on the TV and shit, and just like fucking, just go on, just get those fucking songs and then add them to my computer, and then I bought a fucking mixer for like $100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
just went on.
that mixer was when you started like, all right, I'm gonna try to DJ. Did you
Yeah.
mess with like virtual DJ a lot? Was that a thing? I remember that being.
I think I had downloaded it at one
Yeah.
time, but I ended up having when I bought that mixer is when I first started DJing, and that
Okay.
one had its own like program. It was like a Newmark or something like that, like a Mix Track Pro. That's what it was called.
Yeah. So how old were you when you started? Like you went to your first party to DJ?
Fuck. Probably it's because I was DJing, made mixes,
Okay.
stopped, got like involved in like skating and sports and stuff. So I kind of was just like, I'll just do it for fun.
Okay.
And then I DJ'd my first party probably like in my junior year.
Okay.
That's when I kind of came back into it, and I was like, okay, I'll start like doing it again.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yo, no way they're jamming out outside.
They are, right? Is a car, right?
Is it picking up hella?
It's all right. From whatever we
We
hear
could
in
close
here,
the garage if y'all think that's better.
He's just
It's just,
he's just rolling up in his car.
nah, those guys are wild, bro.
Oh, for real.
I think if we close it, it'll be probably sound a
Yeah.
little better. Might get a little hot, but fuck it.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, dog. So your junior year, in between that time, what kind of music besides that?
Okay,
like,
yeah.
were you listening to what like heavy artists were you?
Yeah,
like,
so
in
I
your-
went through my phase, like the first, like middle school, I was deep into like Dead Mouse and like house music, shit
Yeah.
like that. And then of course I start like getting older, so I'm into like skating and like football and shit like that. So I started listening to a lot of rap and
Uh-huh.
shit, like heavy rap. And so when I started DJing again my junior year, I was heavy into like just like party music, like fucking
dope.
rap, and like which a lot of people weren't really like doing.
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of what stood out at the time.
Do you think social media had something to do with the way, like why you got into DJing? You know, kind of seeing like, yo, this is another way for me to, showcase some talent, or did it just happen naturally?
I mean, in a way, like back then, I would use social media, but I wasn't like really like. Now I would say I'm into like seeing like other DJ content, but like back then I wasn't really like. I would see like shit on YouTube, like
Yeah.
DJ mixes and shit like that, but I wasn't like really doing that. And then like Twitter came around, and I was putting shit on Twitter, and like Instagram too. But I was posting mostly like on SoundCloud and stuff. I was just doing it,
Dope.
Yeah, I wasn't really seeing it as like a job yet.
Yeah. So when did you start really getting paid from this?
That started when we realized we should be charging for
Yeah.
these parties.
How many parties do you think
So,
you started
bro.
how many parties do you have in your bag by then where you're like, yo, we should be charging
It wasn't a lot,
No.
maybe like 20.
20?
Like after a while, we were like, "Yo, there's so many fucking people
Yeah.
here. We charged $5."
And it was just
so
you
much
and,
money.
was it like a group effort at that point? 'Cause-
Sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah. And then so me and my friends would throw parties sometimes, and we'll charge like $10, $5,
Okay.
make like fucking $2,000 in a night.
Jesus.
It's crazy.
Fuck.
But then it's like a hassle. You gotta like rent the place and pay
Uh-huh.
the people, doing all that like shit that comes with it. And then so we kind of stopped doing it, and then I would just charge people to DJ now,
Yeah.
because now I know what they're making, and like
And what's,
You know.
yeah, I get you on that. What's some of the crazy shit that you've gotten into during those times? Because I feel like, you're learning as you're going. So there's
Yeah.
always shit that's bound to happen.
so much crazy shit. I mean, like the one that sticks out is I was like a senior, I think, and someone threw a party at a warehouse here, like
Okay.
somewhere around here, and it's going good. It's hot and sweaty in there, having fun. Everyone's fucking on a level, And then, behold, a cop pulls up, knocking, and we're like, "No, you can't come in. Like,
Oh, shit.
you don't have a search warrant. Send him away." 30 minutes later, TABC pulls up.
Oh.
For y'all don't know, that's the Texas Alcohol Beverage people
Wow.
that don't take shit lightly. So we get fucked, you know. They shut it down. Like, they're going crazy, knocking on the doors, like, telling us they're gonna come in. So we're just like, whatever. I stopped the music. They line everyone up outside, bro, in front of the warehouse and make everyone show their, like, if they even had an ID. We're all minors.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're a minor, you had to call your parents. So
Oh.
everyone's parents had to come pick them up. And luckily for me, I got out of it because
There you
I was
go.
like, yo, they just hired me. I don't know what's going on. Like, yo, they're like, who got you? And I'm like, I don't know. They're not here no more. Like, whatever. And they wanted to look through my phone and shit, get a phone number
Oh,
or
what
something.
the
You know,
hell?
they were going crazy, bro. They really
Yeah.
wanted to figure it out. But we're good. And me and my homies just got away. But
Yo,
everyone
that's
else,
crazy.
I don't know. Dude, it was fucked, bro. You just
That's
see everyone
crazy.
lined up outside, like, just super sad. And I was like,
That's
damn,
crazy.
bro. I was so sad.
Was that
But
somebody's warehouse or y'all just had it for the night?
I think it was someone's, like, parents' warehouse, something
Parents?
like that.
Oh,
It was-
shit.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's hella gnarly, bro.
That's probably the craziest shit.
Yeah.
Like, most sketchy shit. But, I mean, I've seen some other crazy shit,
Okay.
too. Can't really think right now, but I would say that's probably up there, bro.
No,
'cause I was
that's
so, like-
something that would stay embedded in my mind forever for
Dude,
sure.
for
So
real.
then you're going from house parties and then you start getting into clubs, right? How long have you been, in
Yeah.
the club scene at this point?
So I would say I was at house parties, and then I didn't really, at the time, I had seen myself, since I was very invested into rap,
Okay.
I was more looking to go like the artist route with like DJing for an artist.
I got you.
So my senior
got you.
year, when I graduated, I went on tour with this artist called Levi Carter,
Okay.
and we did all the cities in Texas, like Dallas, Houston, Austin.
So at that time, you
so-
weren't even really trying to push
Yeah,
your name.
so
you were
like
just
I was just doing things, you
Yeah.
know, like figuring it out. I didn't really know what.
was that like
was
the
come-
heavy
oh,
Mac
I
Miller
mean-
era?
I
era
mean,
and
that
stuff?
was also because I had started Sensational around that
Okay.
time too. I was heavily focused on that lane, so I was just experiencing these DJing things, figuring out
Okay.
where to go there, you know. But yeah, so to come back to that, I did the tour first, and when I did the tour, I was like, I kind of figured out that it wasn't what I thought it was.
Yeah.
And then I came back and I was like, nah, I'm gonna see what the club life is about. And
Yeah.
then so probably like my senior year when I graduated, or my senior year, I did some
okay.
some clubs here, and then figured that out. Figured out I didn't really like it. The
Yeah.
bar club scene, it was whatever. Did some clubs in like San Antonio and stuff. Those are fun, but it's just like trying all these things to figure out what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm grateful I did that early on and figured out which routes I wanted to take
Yeah.
in DJing, you know, because there's so many routes you can take.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
And during that time, because it seems like you're not confused, but you're still trying to figure out what the industry was.
Yeah, so
So-
basically, yeah.
Exactly.
I didn't really understand the industry side of it.
And I think that's why I had asked about the social media question, was because that's something that, we can look 2-3 years back and see how much it's blown up, with
Yeah.
TikTok and Instagram and, Twitter. So what kept you like inspired at that time, to keep just being, who you are as an individual and not really trying to be like, oh, I want to be like this DJ. I don't want to be the next Dead Mouse or
Yeah.
Steve Aoki and stuff, because I don't really see that from you. I just see you just like you're just vibing, doing your own thing.
Yeah.
And you don't really listen to what anybody has to say.
So I mean, on that it would go more. We would go more into my like philosophies as a person, because it is there is that way, which is like seeing the people you look up to, because of course I look up to all of those people, right?
Yeah.
So like I know I see what they do career wise, and stuff like that. But I mean, I also believe that everything really has its time,
Yeah.
and sometimes you do things and it's for you, like there's certain things you need to go through before you get to where you figure out and you really understand, like, oh, this is where I'm trying to go. you know?
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, so I'm just trying all of these things at the moment. In the moment you feel like it's meant for you.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, like I fuck with this.
Yeah,
But then, like,
especially going on tour at that young age, you're kind of like, oh,
yeah,
shit,
it was
like,
cool.
Yeah.
And then of course I started experiencing other things, and I'm like, whoa, fuck. Like I don't want
Yeah.
to. I do want to do this. I would do this. Like I don't get me wrong. I would do it again for an artist I really love. You know, but it's kind of like you're just like, I don't know. Like a tour DJ is kind of like you're just hyping up people and
Yeah.
shit. You're kind of there. You know.
I got you.
But I kind of knew I wanted to bring vibes. All I know is I like playing good music for
Yeah.
people, and I figured out that I really like doing my own thing, like vibes wise, and just curating the whole experience instead of like jumping in to
Hell
like,
yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah, and that's something we're gonna fast forward a little bit. That's something that I definitely got when I was here for that 1 year anniversary, because I had always heard about the lab. I'd seen videos and I was like, damn, like that place looks lit. It's a good creative space to, you know, and that's something that's important. I feel like as a creator is to have your own space where you're not really, you know, restricted to any rules. It's just kind of like, yo, you want to go outside and do some crazy shit, you can go do it. I'm pretty sure like somebody's going to get mad, but it doesn't really matter at that point. You know? So you get here and you probably host one of the craziest like warehouse parties that I've seen. You had a fucking flamethrower shooting up there. You had, you know, somebody performing on a speaker, like, because it wasn't even a stage, it was a speaker, right? That's and that I remember that night I kind of had like a shitty night, and I remember Fern, he's like, bro, you have to pull up. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna pull
Shout
up
out
because
Fern.
shout out Fern, because I had already seen from, you know, like social media, like the type of environment you guys have created. So I'm like, you know what? Like I need to go catch this, you know?
Hell yeah.
And that shit was real as fuck. Like that shit, just to see how many people were here vibing with Isaiah Flowers. Shout out to Isaiah Flowers, bro.
Yes, sir.
You know, the amount of like energy that he was able to capture, and then just you DJing like before and after the set. That night was definitely memorable for me, because I was like, damn, like I don't think people realize like the shit that this guy built, because you could say Isaiah like has his following and stuff, and I'm pretty sure he does, and with all due respect, but I felt like that night was like just you just doing what you do, and it just like flourishing, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you for all that. It was definitely a vibe. So I'm glad you caught the vibe, because I mean that's what I was trying to do. I wanted to invite people into my space here and let them see like how just the energy that we have here, and the energy I want people to have and share and have that in the valley. You know, this artistic like we can all come together and just have good fucking times. You know,
like. I didn't even feel like one bad like vibe. Like you know, sometimes you'll go to parties and you'll be like, damn, it's kind of hella sketch out here. Like,
got the one guy in the corner being weird.
Exactly. Everybody, like, there was all different types of people here, and like I felt just a bunch of like love in a way. Like people were just here just to listen to music, bro. Like it was nothing else. Nobody was here like trying to start up drama. Nobody was here trying to fight. Like, and that's because I've seen probably like a party of less people, like they're trying to beef and get into fights, and for what you were able to like host here, that shit was amazing, bro.
Thanks, that's a good point, that no one was fighting and shit,
dude. Like I mean,
it's very true.
Think about it, like we went out till it was on like. Y'all probably went on. I left like around 3. I'm pretty sure y'all kept going to like 4 almost.
I forgot. I kind of don't remember that night.
Yeah, dude.
Nah, but it was fun, man. I mean, shout out to everyone that performed. We had like Johnny Blaine, one of my best friends. Of course, Isaiah Flowers, another one of my good friends. Straightforward. So I just combined. Issa Lux too, my other best friend. We were just combining everyone's vibes, and like just wanted everyone to just experience like the music and just have a good night, you know. Had the flamethrower, like you said. Had the moon jump. Did we have a moon jump?
Yeah, we did have a moon jump. Yeah. Fern did a couple backflips. Yo, you know what? You actually made an announcement. You're like, yo, whoever does a backflip, record that video and send it to me. Something. I remember he's like, let's go do the backflip. So I have the footage somewhere.
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
remember.
Yeah, bro. It was just about making like, good vibes and just letting everyone come experience it,
Yeah.
And I really loved that night. It was a fun night. There was a lot of love in this room. It was in here. We was in this bitch sweating, going crazy.
Dude, it was hella hot in here. So how do you even like? How does the lab start, bro? Like, how do you birth this place?
So the birth of this place, I mean, So I mean, it starts because like that. It was we were coming out of quarantine. Probably at the like this was in October. So like, COVID was kind of chilling out a year ago, and so 2020 I think, and it was chilling out. People were like already like vibing. So I was already getting out of my house and shit, and I was like,
Yeah.
fuck. Like by that time I was already streaming. I was streaming and shit during
you were
quarantine.
streaming.
I was streaming on Twitch like like maybe 2 times a week. Sometimes just DJing for like hours and hours and hours. And so I was doing that at the crib, and I realized I need more space for that. I needed more space for Sensational. I had started fucking doing like e-commerce shit, so I had a bunch of products in my house I needed to get out. So I'm like, yo, I need more fucking space. So
Yeah.
I started looking around, and thank God I found this fucking perfect place with people who leave by like 6 p.m.
Dude, hell
and leave me
yeah.
alone here all night to do whatever the fuck I want. And badass landlords, So I don't know, man. I was just searching for somewhere to have a home that's not at my home, because
Yeah.
I feel, even though yes, it's cool to have your house as like a creative hub at like right next to your bed and stuff like that, but I would just feel myself getting more like distracted,
Yeah.
because I'm not like,
For sure.
it's kind of hard to mix house and like work, because like your kitchen's right there, your bed's right there, your PS5's right there, like,
Dude, exactly.
So like
yeah.
it was just cool to be able to come somewhere, like if I'm going to work, and treat it like if I'm going to work, and just have somewhere to work. And like, I do so much shit here. I'm able to do like, I dropped some hoodies for Sensational that were tie-dye, and I was like, you know what, I want to do it in-house. So I had the space to fucking tie-dye like 50, 60 hoodies
There
in
you
here,
go.
I wouldn't have been able to do that comfortably at my house.
Yeah,
or I
that's
would have
true.
to be outside or some shit.
So how long have you started Sensational for? How long have you had that up and running?
Sensational. I mean, it kind of started in my senior year too, in
Okay.
high school. I was just bored with the clothes that was out
I
there.
feel you.
Like at the time, I was looking for a certain style of like shirts and hats or whatever, and I couldn't really find them. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make my own. So I made my own. Whatever. I came up with Sensational. I was like, I think I was with someone and we were just like drawing and shit. I drew on a shirt. I wrote Sensational. I think I wore it to like school. Whatever. I was just like doing random shit. And then one day I was like, yo, I want this hat. I made it like on Photoshop. Cause I was in a Photoshop class in high school. That's where I learned Photoshop.
Uh-huh.
Shout out my Photoshop
There
teacher.
you go.
She was a real one. And so I got certified in that shit. So I was already on Photoshop. And so I just make shit. I made a hat. Bunch of people, I posted it, a lot of people were asking me like, yo, I want one. Like, yo, I'm like, all right. So I made like 30, 40.
Oh shit.
Fucking sold them all in like a week. And I was
Damn.
like, yo, so I was like, yo, like this is like,
So you always had this
fucking
thing to like
flipping
hustle.
that.
Yeah, basically flipping shit,
yeah, for sure. I mean, it's basically merging like shit I love,
Yeah.
and I also love making money. So
And you've always just been like that then.
yeah, so I mean, it just so happens, it's good. I mean, I've always known what I kind of wanted to do for work,
Yeah.
which was mostly like build businesses and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I've known that. I have fucking PowerPoint slides from like middle school where it says, what am I going to do in like 10
That's
years? And
crazy.
it says I'm going to be DJing, skating. Dude, I swear to God,
Dude,
I have it
that's
still.
fucking crazy.
I was in middle school, bro, and I have
Yeah.
that shit. And it was like, and I literally put DJing, skating, being an entrepreneur and shit like that.
That's crazy.
So,
And what are your parents saying at this time? Or at least like, seeing you grow up in
Yeah.
high school.
I mean,
Did
to
they
them,
ever-
it's kind of like weird because they don't really,
Yeah.
of course, they're older. And
Really
like,
traditional.
like they're traditional, but they've always been supportive. Like, honestly, shout out my mom and dad. Like, they never told me like, yo, you can't do that, or like
Okay.
you got to go this route or like that route. The only thing they wanted is for me to graduate from college, which
Oh.
I am gonna graduate from college.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that for them
There you
because
go.
they put me in like good positions, just like showing me music, letting me skate every fucking day. Even, bro, I would fucking skip practice for
Oh,
football.
shit.
I was a fucking quarterback in middle school, and I would skip practice to go skate, bro. And my mom would be so pissed at me because the coach would be calling her like, "Yo, where's your son
Dang.
at?" I would fucking skip that shit. It was crazy. So like, like they've always let me do kind of what I want, but just like, like they would push me even then. But so then getting back to that point, like, them seeing it is kind of like they never really understood where I could like take it, like because it's a lot of people. Yeah, you tell people your dreams and stuff, but like when you start doing it at like a level, it's kind of hard for people to understand that you're making a living.
Yeah,
you're living off of this. Like I wake up at like 2 the next day, and my mom will be like, "Yo, like, what'd you do last night?" I'm like, "I was DJing," and then I tell her how much I made, and then she'll be like, "Oh shit, so you like, don't gotta go to work today?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, I'm chill."
There you go.
I've also never had a fucking job in my life. I went to one interview for a job.
For real?
I was like 16 or 15. So at the time I was just skating and stuff, and I was like, fuck it. Like, maybe it's time to get a job. I'll see what's up. And I went to the interview, and I ended up being too young. So I think I was like 15.
Where was that?
So I go through the whole, bro. Y'all gonna roast me. Fucking Hollister.
Nah, it's all good.
Yo, crazy, right?
I worked at Abercrombie one time.
Hell yeah, bro. So I was like, bro, back then it was popping, bro.
Yeah, it was a spot. It's because also I feel like those jobs, a lot of us wanted to go work there just to go meet people too, bro.
All the girls, you know, all the fine girls was at Hollister. Like, yo, I'm trying to be in the spot. Like,
for real.
What you need, I got you.
And they had just built that store here too, right?
Yeah, so it was like new. It was here in the valley.
Dude, when Hollister moved here, everybody was going fucking nuts, bro.
Wow.
I forgot about that. Wow.
For y'all to know, we live in a kind of small town, So seeing that down here,
exactly.
Everyone was in that bitch.
Yeah. Speaking of small towns, that's one of the things I was gonna bring to, man. Like this is a spot where I moved here in 8th grade, and I quickly realized that this isn't your average like city or small town. You can't really compare it because there's so many small towns, but it's its own world. It took me maybe 4 years to realize, like, yo, this is its own spot. Like, we're separated from like San Antonio, Houston, anything. Like, we live on our own time. We fucking have our own trends, and we have our own language too, bro.
It's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, like, just being close to Mexico.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think it makes things like way more. Like,
exactly. So you have internationals, you have refugees. I don't know,
everything,
yeah,
bro.
A little
it's
bit of everything.
So crazy, bro. People who are fucking millionaires, people who are fucking
exactly.
It's crazy. There's such a big mix of people here. Like, it's wild.
And that's where I'm trying to get to is, did you have that crowd of people kind of just like looking at you funny for a while, where you're like, man, like,
for sure, bro.
This is fucking.
I mean, my whole
y'all don't know what
life,
you're missing out on.
I mean, my whole life is kind of, not even gonna lie, it's been like that because, like I said, I've always known what I wanted to do, and so of course here,
because if your high school, like, I'm assuming Memorial is full of kids that grew up with doctor parents and all of this stuff. So you're graduating. Everybody's saying, I want to be a PT. I want to go to this school. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
And like.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of that in my life. But going down any creative lane, you kind of always have to remember that, like, you're doing something that's very out of the ordinary.
Exactly.
And so you can't really look at other people, what they're doing at all. Like, you can't, bro, because it's so fucking easy to get mixed up with the goals, or like, so I mean, living in this small town, or like, I mean, it's fairly small, like, people just want to make it out of here, so they're just trying to do the things that are very 100% career type shit. And always telling people that I wanted to do fucking fashion, or like skateboarding, making skateboards, or fucking DJing, like, kind of always, they would be like, oh, that's cool, but like you could hear it in their tone of voice, like, like, that's not, like, you're not gonna do something like that, So like, I've always had that.
Do they hit you with the, oh, are you still doing that DJ thing?
Like, all the time. I'm like, of course I am. What are you talking about, boy?
I feel you.
Nah, but for sure, I mean, I just know what I want in life, and like, and it's okay, because I understand not everyone will understand it. Not everyone understands a lot of shit. You know? Everyone, when you're going down the creative route, not a lot of people are going to understand you. Not a lot of people are going to relate to you. Yeah. Because the problems that we go through doing shit like this is way different than fucking normal everyday problems. Yeah. And I've accepted that a long time ago.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to do that early on, because if you don't, you'll go fucking crazy comparing yourself to your peers and just seeing, like, you know, people fucking getting mortgages already and shit. And you're like,
Yeah.
yo, what the fuck, you know? Like, but
Families,
I
all
want
that
10
shit.
mortgages. I don't want one.
Exactly. Exactly. What's the type of advice that you kind of give to, that you would give to, you know, somebody that was in that situation?
My advice would just would be to honestly to just do what, like, figure it out, like, really be realistic with yourself and your goals and, like, what you really want to do in life. Like, first figure that out. I mean, of course it's hard to figure it out. It takes a lot of shit to figure your shit out.
Yeah.
So I would say, like, you know, do a lot of things, experience a lot of things. If you think you might want to work in something, go experience it, you know, like,
Yeah.
do the things you think you might like.
Exactly.
And when you figure that out, just go fucking full send down that bitch and just keep your head down and don't listen to anyone. And, you know, just try to keep your brain with good, like, conversation in there. So, you know, listening to other people on, like, podcasts, creatives.
Yeah.
Don't fill your head with normal conversations
No,
that would kind of turn you away, you know.
I get you. Do you find yourself kind of being more in tune with the younger crowd now than people your age?
That's a good question. I mean,
Because I guess the only reason I'm asking is because, like I'm saying, social media is changing.
yeah.
And then, not to compare, but when I was in high school, shit, that was in 2011. Before,
Yeah.
you know, video and all that shit wasn't really, you know, too easy to come around. So, you know, what any YouTube video that I would have posted at that time, you know, like, same
Yeah.
thing. People were just like, "Oh, that's cool," you know.
Yeah.
Now I feel like the people that, I wouldn't necessarily say like talk shit, but the people that don't understand, now I feel like they're starting to understand,
Yeah.
like, yo, like, social media is starting to pop
Yeah.
up something like, let me buy a camera.
Now they're
Let me
realizing,
edit, yeah.
like, yo, I should have been doing this. You know?
Exactly.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, to an extent, yes. And that's another thing in this world that we're
Yeah.
in, you know. Especially me, I'm a DJ. I have to keep catering to young people.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, I can't be fucking playing music for people that are, like, you know, 30, 40,
Exactly.
that are not gonna stay up till 5 a.m. with me in a fucking warehouse playing house music.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, as a DJ, you're always looking for the young crowd, the 21,
Yeah.
22, 20. And it's like that, bro. Even DJs who are like 50 will tell you the same thing. They, like, every few years, nightlife just keeps changing because people become 21, more people come into clubs,
Yeah.
and more people grow up, and more
Yeah.
people stop going into clubs, you know?
Yeah.
So it's that cycle. So you kind of always have to have an ear on the streets for the young stuff, you know? But yeah, I mean, it like you said, a lot of people are realizing, like, that the creative way is, like, crazy, and, like, YouTube and all that shit is just blowing up even more. They're realizing, like, damn, like, that shit's lit, you know?
For
So,
real.
I mean, hopefully, I'm excited for that, because that means that there's gonna be a whole new fucking wave of just creators and,
Yeah.
like, people who are gonna be brought up with the acceptance around them and the
Exactly.
support, you know?
Exactly.
Without, like, us, it was kind of harder to do this shit back
Yeah.
then, you know?
I felt like definitely for us, it was more of just like what we love to do, you know. It wasn't.
You really had to love this shit.
I don't really see things like being a trend at that time, because
Yeah,
I don't even
hell
think
no.
we understood what a trend was. It was just like, yo, if
Yeah.
popular people are doing it, I guess,
Yeah.
like, maybe I'll wear like this shirt or two, you know, at Supreme, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, once Twitter started like really picking up, that's when everybody's
Yep.
like, yeah, you know what, like, I want to post something now. Like, that's one of the conversations I had with the work colleague, was that people just want stuff to post, you know, and
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just that's how they're finding ways
Yeah,
to
that's
be
what
more
we're in now.
expressive. Yeah.
That's definitely
Exactly.
what we're in right now. And I mean, it's kind of, it's cool, you know. We're growing, we're learning to live with social media day by day. Like, new shit comes around. I didn't see TikTok coming. And
TikTok
that shit
fucking
came
was a
and
monster,
took over,
bro.
Like,
Yeah.
I did not see that. I just saw it. I remember I went to South by Southwest in, like, 2018, 2019. And TikTok had, like, a small booth, bro, at the fader for it.
shit.
It was super small, and they were giving away, like, backpacks and shit. And at the time, I was like, yo, that's that fucking cringe app that I keep
Yeah,
seeing. Like,
because people were doing like the
weird ass shit. Like,
voiceover
dude,
music
like,
type shit,
super
right?
weird,
Yeah.
bro. And its first early days.
Yeah.
And then one day it just fucking switched up, bro, and everyone just hopped on that.
Bro,
bitch.
that
It's kinda
shit was
crazy.
nuts.
Yeah, I need to get on there.
For real.
It's kind of hard, bro. Cause
Yeah.
I can't be on that bitch for too long, cause I just can't, bro.
Yeah.
I fuck with Twitter the most right
Exactly.
now.
Dude.
But I'm gonna get on there soon. Maybe I
And
should hire
one
a
of-
TikToker. Yeah.
Speaking of Twitter, one of the things that I saw you talk about, which was what even got us to doing this podcast, was talking about like, you know, our creative ways, dude. So I know for me, I definitely try to keep active with my personal life, not having to deal with my professional life. Be like, yo, you know what? Like, especially COVID, I feel like COVID might have helped you. It definitely helped me understand what I liked to do. That wasn't like, starting video was definitely a hobby. Like, yo, you know what? I want to do video. It's a hobby. Then it became a job. Then it became an all-time job. And then I'm like, you know what? What do I like to do for fun? So I started riding dirt bikes, going outside a lot more, doing just biking, mountain biking in general. What's some of the stuff that you know keep active that help your creative juices flowing?
Definitely. Yeah, because I remember that tweet.
Yeah.
I was talking about how there's seasons of not creativeness in my life, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just being patient and waiting it out. But I mean, to feed my creativity, I fucking travel. That's what I have to do.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
And that's my main thing. That's where like I get a lot of inspiration from traveling. And if I'm not traveling, then just, you know, my day to day, the people I surround myself with, you know, reading, fucking being like letting myself be on social media, like not too seriously, like just looking at shit, you know.
Yeah.
You know, just like living, like living in the fucking moment and experiencing things that might not seem so like you know, like you could get caught up in your day to day and not realize that like the fucking drive to your work is like mad inspiring.
Especially
like,
as a DJ,
bro,
bro, because you're in that nightlife. You got, you know,
Yeah.
probably hella girls coming up. Like, you know, you got, I saw you were in Colorado for a while, probably in LA too.
Yeah.
I know you DJ'd in Miami one time. Like, that shit's fucking nuts, bro. Like,
yeah, I mean, it is easy to get distracted. Well, I mean, in DJing, it's like, it's easy to get distracted in the way where it's like, where you kind of live for the weekend, for the shows, you know?
yeah.
And like during the week, you just don't give a fuck or like whatever. So I'll get distracted by like, you know, like just not really focusing on DJing during the week. And then I'm like, oh, well, the weekend's coming. I'll just DJ then. Like,
Yeah.
I'm already like, I know how to DJ. I don't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's a way to get distracted, but you got to check yourself. I check myself sometimes and like try to find a good medium where it just the work incorporates itself with the lifestyle. So like if I'm DJing, I still make sure like I'm gonna wake up the next day and still go to the fucking gym and get my shit done, you know, like still keep a good day to day, even if my night's fucking crazy or I stay up till 7 a.m. Like I'll still try to keep my day to day, like, you know.
Cause that's important for sure. Is just living, bro. Like that's the thing. Cause it's like you said, it's easy to get caught up, fucking 3, 4, 5, whatever time. Cause I know I'm pretty sure as soon as you finish DJ, you're like on this high where you're not gonna go to sleep anytime soon.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, just missing shit out. Cause most of the shit closes at like 5, 6 o'clock now. So you know whether it's like catching a movie or just hanging out, or catching. And you're living a different life from like, you know, your friends who have like the normal jobs at least, and on a whole different schedule.
Yeah, I mean, it's just fucking, it's really about balance, bro. Like it's super about balance. Even if you fucking don't DJ, like you just got to find the balance, you know? Like yes, you can fucking go crazy on the weekends. Even on a weekday you could go crazy, but just, you know, just don't, just do your shit, you know? Like like if you're going to turn up, okay, turn up when you do your shit too, you know? Like, don't forget about that shit.
Exactly.
Because it is easy to fall down into just having fun road, like, all the time. I mean, it's cool. Like, I do it because I'm getting paid. But if I wasn't, I would be fucking grinding, you know?
No, for sure.
So it's just like, you know, you just got to find that balance. Like, there's definitely a balance as there is to everything. And when you find it, keep it. And, you know, a routine is the best.
Oh yeah. So taking it back to that comment you had made of, you know, there's times where, you know, you're just not creative. But I feel like those times you learn a lot about getting back, how you get back into, you know, being creative, you know. So what's kind of going through your mind? Do you try to, you know, like, I wouldn't say beat yourself up about it, but do you just kind of like, what's some of the things that you tell yourself, and then like a routine that kind of just gets you through it?
Damn, you got me hyped because I love this question. I think to myself about this a lot. Like, it's just like, I don't know, I can't say how every creative is, but like me personally, I do go through seasons where I am creative, but it's like in the things I want to do or whatever, but it's just like you can't really feel that inspiration. You like, that spark is not there at the time, because when you do things for a long time, it starts to become like a job, and and then you're seeing it in a certain way, but so it's not always there, you know.
Exactly.
So like, I used to fucking be like, I would get mad at myself, like, yo, like, what the fuck, like, why don't I feel like working right now? Like, it's weird. Like, I usually would fucking be doing this for days on end, but it's like, bro, it's been fucking years and years of grinding this shit. Of course, your mind or like whatever is not always gonna fully be there now at this point, and sometimes it is like I said, some days, like, there'll be days where I just can't create for a few days, and I feel like I just need to take a step back and just, you know, live my life day to day, enjoy the small things, like I said, enjoy the people around you. And then there'll be days where I fucking come to my office not expecting anything, and I just start working, and then I'm here till like fucking 10 a.m. the next fucking day. Haven't slept shit. And then I just go on like this fucking bender of working for like 4 days, and I'm just like, yo, like, where the fuck did all this, like, where did all these ideas come from? I didn't have this like 3 days ago. Like, it's weird. And that's the thing. Like, I've had times where I know what I want to do. I have all these ideas in my head, but they're not fully, I feel like they're not fully there yet. So I take a step back, and I'm like, all right, when it's time, it'll come. And sure enough, the fucking time always comes. And I just want everyone to be confident in their ideas. If it's coming to you, it's for a reason. But if it's not happening at that moment, it's just not the time. And you just gotta trust the time, and everything is gonna happen when it's time to happen. And if it takes longer, you know, you can't be mad at it. Maybe there's some things that you need to experience before you can get that idea out fully and confidently. Like, it seems like a step back, but it's like at the end you're like, oh shit, I needed to go through this before I can do this. Like, you know, it's kind of like that. You just got to trust in time, and trust in your actions and your talent and all that, you know. Be patient.
Dog, I definitely agree with that, man. That's a fucking badass, like, to hear from you, bro, because I know there's definitely times where I think like that. So to hear you think like that, it makes me like fucking happy to see, like, dude, like, this guy, he has a bunch of more shit, even like from what I've saw. I don't know, bro. My girlfriend, I don't know if it's saw or seen. My girlfriend always gets mad at me because of that, right? But yeah, so what I've got to witness, it made me realize, like, yo, like, if this is just like the local hometown shit, like, bro, like, with the right support, like, this guy could fucking, you know, do whatever the fuck he wants, like.
No,
and that's not something that I see a lot down here, especially taking that initiative, with it being like something that's, I wouldn't say out of the ordinary, but something that's definitely different from the route that people take.
Yeah, and I mean, in that, like, topic, it's like, I mean, a lot of people do tell me, like, yo, like, you don't want to, like, move from here or, like, something like that. And I'm like, bro, like, I trust where I'm at. I can do whatever I want. Like, I'm not gonna fucking pay like 3 times the amount for a fucking warehouse in like LA or Austin just because it would make it seem fucking cooler.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm in LA. Like, bro, I can do the same fucking shit here that I can do over there. And at the same time, I'm fucking building up my hometown as well. I'm not gonna, you know, like, it, like, I understand, like, I've traveled hella. I've been in these places for a long time, and you see, like, the people, like, yeah, it's cool to be over there and shit. But for me, I really want to grow something like with me and my people, and then have it expand naturally, and just, like, it'll work. That's where patience comes in. Like, I'm patient. I'm not trying to rush this shit and like let me fucking suffer.
Exactly.
Like, you know, like, let me just move and like leave everything behind.
You're
like,
not
bro,
living out of your car in like Miami and
like
shit.
I don't like just to be in Miami, you know, like bro, like I have people that love me here that support me, like it like yes, I get the idea, and like, you know, of course it's cool, but it's just like it's not like that. Like I'm patient and I know what we're gonna accomplish, or like what's in the process, and I know what's coming. I know I have a fucking plan for all this shit, and it's just like, you know, like I just trust it. It's just patience, and I really want to build something here in the valley. I want to change the fucking. I can already see shit moving, and I'm not even saying just me. Like everyone around me, like Isaiah, fucking all the other artists here, like all my homies, Alvaro, like we're starting shit. Like it's artistically, it's coming to the valley, and it's getting bigger, and like it's just starting to all work together, you know, slowly by slowly. And like you guys, bro, like you guys making crazy videos and shit, like it's working. Like people are starting to see like what the potential, like where you don't need to fucking be in LA to do this shit. Exactly. We can do it here. Like, and why can't I do it here, bro? Like, what the fuck?
And I think the 1 year anniversary was a testament to that, bro. Because I'm telling you, like it's one thing to go to a place and be like, yeah, that party was lit. There was a shitload of people there. But it was another thing to see like everybody just like on the same wave, bro.
Yeah,
like, just like that
you
shit,
know, like growing
crazy.
Something that makes everyone feel like a family. Yeah, because that's the shit I love.
You saw there's like I know I had my camera, Fern had his camera, Marco had his camera. I'm pretty sure I saw a couple other people out there. Like that shit was tight, because I'm like, yo, like everybody, because at least for me, I have my times where like the same thing, like I'll go out, but I have a day job and shit, so like I know personally, like I'm getting like physically, like I don't want to be fucking tired at work and shit, because like that is my priority. But seeing like everybody else take like initiative to like what they're doing and shit, that's like, fuck, man, like that's fucking badass, because now I'm physically seeing it. I know it's already been going on for a while, but when I'm seeing it, that's when I'm like, yo, this shit is fucking real. Like I gotta pay attention a little bit more.
Hell yeah, man. Sure. I mean, it's great to just see everyone just working on their shit, you know, like you said, like Marco recording. He lived in LA for a while.
Yeah, Marco.
I mean,
I'm trying to get him on the pod right now, so
we need him to pull up
for sure. I
mean, he was telling me how, you know, he lived in LA for the summer, and he saw like how we can do the same shit here.
Exactly.
It's the same fucking thing, and there's a lot of fraud over there. Fraud's like where you think people are living a certain way, but it's not like that. And it's just
my one experience that I had was somebody that was from LA. They're fucking like cool dude. I'm pretty sure he's a talented dude, but like you said, it's all frauds, bro. Like it was when like, damn, I don't know. Fuck it. When 6ix9ine opened up, they had like some openers. And those dudes, like, bro, they're just they're good people. Like with me, they're cool, but just the way they handled their business, bro, and like weird, it was just weird. I'm like, yo, like just because you're from LA doesn't mean like I fucking see you any different. Like I saw them fucking just as, you know, the same as I did.
At the end of the day, that everyone's just a person.
At the end of the day, he fucking stole my memory card, and I never fucking got it back. Bro. So
that's annoying.
And it's just that thing. Like it's just about the respect, bro. And I feel like, I mean, it's off subject at this point, but yeah, I feel like if you're able to respect your community, that just shows you as a person how you're gonna treat other people, like you know, outside, you know. So
I mean that too, bro. We're playing the fucking long game, and we're not trying to take shortcuts and be fucking weird to people. Try to fucking be fake, show shit that's not what we're doing. Like we really be doing this shit, and I'm trying to build something for the long term, you know. And that's what I'm saying, like for the community, for us, like for us, bro. Like, why would I want to build some shit somewhere else that's not gonna benefit the people from my city, like help out? Like, bro, that's why I'm like, when I threw that 1 year anniversary, I could call someone from like another city or something, like, yo, come perform, some shit like that. But not like I wanted the locals, people from the local, like the local scene, like this is what, like this is us, you know. I like that's what I'm trying to do here, you know.
That's fucking lit, bro. And I like that whole vibe that you're just trying to put it on for your city, because you could have easily said, oh hell no, I'm in fucking DJing in Miami, fuck the valley, like price is different now, like I'm charging you, like, you know, trying to upstage it, and you come back and you could be like, nah, I don't really fucking got to throw a party for y'all. And shit.
Bro, I mean, like that too, like when people bring up that conversation, like, why don't you move over here? Like, I've been there, like I've DJ'd there, I've seen the people. It's just not. It's not what you think it is. Like,
Yeah.
I
all
get it. I
entertainment,
do
bro.
get
It's
it.
all
It is
entertainment.
entertainment.
Yeah.
But truthfully, if I lived in Miami, bro, I'm full sending it 7 days a fucking
Bro,
week.
hell yeah.
I'm gonna be distracted.
I
I'm
got
not
to-
getting no work
Dude,
done.
I got the catch rolling loud over there. I probably did like
Oh, that's
I did
wild.
like 1% of what people do in Miami, and I was
Yeah.
like, bro, I can't even imagine how people are living out here.
Yeah,
bro.
like I mean, I'll be down, of course. Of course, I'll probably have a crib there one day. But
Yeah.
it's just like right now, I really like. I like it. I like the valley because, like, there's so much that you can do. Like, there's so much opportunity here. First of all, and second of all, is that my phone? Oh, it's not my phone.
Nah, it's
I
all
got
good.
scared. And then second of all, like it could be chill and there's not like too much shit going on.
Yeah,
like,
for real.
You know, I could have a normal week and, you know, come to the lab every day, work,
Exactly.
not be too distracted. I do get distracted. I have my fun, you know, but
No, for sure.
if I lived
We all
somewhere
do
else,
that.
I would be fucking off the rail, bro.
Fuck,
Come
even
on.
more.
And I know that. And you know, that's another thing as creatives, you need to witness where you work best, how you work best,
For real.
figure that out, you know. And for me, I can't fucking be in that mix because I'm just trying to do all these things and I get distracted as it is. Imagine if I fucking lived somewhere crazy, bro.
For real, bro. So let me get to some of my last questions. Is like, what do you have in store, man? I know you mentioned you got some big plans. Like, what's some big things you got coming up that you can talk about?
Let me see. Fuck it, we'll drop it all.
So,
So I mean, we got a lot of shit coming. I mean, I've been more focusing on, you know, just right now I've been preparing a lot of stuff, but I think now is the time where it's gonna be rolling a lot from here. So I mean, I have this thing coming called Live from the Lab.
live from
If
the
it'll be
lab.
here,
Okay.
shot here, it's gonna be kind of like a tiny desk concert type.
Oh, fuck
thing.
yeah.
So
That's
we're
lit.
gonna have live performances with like a short interview in the beginning of the video, just like, you know, stuff like that, just to showcase
Fuck yeah.
music. Not just from here, but I'll have people come in from other places too.
Yeah.
But for the first part, I'm gonna do mostly artists from here. So that's one thing. I got a fucking I got an athletics line dropping soon.
There you go.
Not Sensational, something else.
Okay.
I'll talk about the name later on my socials.
There you go.
But yeah, we're gonna drop an athletics line. We working on that shit too. I'm gonna drop music this year for sure.
Hell yeah.
So that's another thing. Just going now, I realized like I've been DJing a lot and just talking to other DJs and stuff. I realized I don't want to like just be stuck in clubs forever.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're dropping motherfucking music and I'm gonna see y'all in the motherfucking festival soon.
Hell yeah. Fuck yes.
So yeah, I'll probably do that this year. Probably, yeah, I'm pretty sure this year. But yeah, we got a lot of shit coming. I mean, fucking, we're talking about a podcast too, but not something like fun.
Yeah.
You know, just
Hell
cool
yeah.
shit.
No,
you know,
that's
just cool
definitely-
shit. We could do whatever the fuck we want, guys.
It's just a way to just build up your own platform for sure.
Yeah,
dude.
just, yo, if you have an idea, just fucking
Yeah.
do it.
Exactly.
Why not?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes, sir.
For sure, dog. Shit, man. Anything else you kind of want to say to people that maybe I didn't cover?
I don't know. Let's just,
Shoot, where
y'all
could-
just gotta know.
right. Where could they find you at? You got. hit 'em
Y'all
with
can
your
follow
socials.
me at Brandon Salinas on everything, kind of. At Brandon Salinas. If you just type that, it should come out.
Hell yeah, bro. Brandon Salinas coming to a party club. Shit.
Anywhere.
Anywhere.
See you at the
crazy.
beach this weekend. We're
Hell
going
yeah, hell yeah.
stupid.
That's true.
Be DJing on the
that's
beach?
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
Where you gonna?
I don't know when this is dropping,
play?
but this is probably dropping way after that. But
Nah,
if-
I'll try to drop it tomorrow. For
Oh,
sure.
that would be
Yeah,
wild.
Yeah, I'll drop it tomorrow.
that would be crazy as fuck.
That'll be lit.
That'd be the quickest drop I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
life.
That'll be-
I always record shit and they'll be like, yeah, like we'll drop it this week, and then like 2 months later,
2
like,
months
oh, it's
later,
coming out now.
yeah.
I'm like, yo,
No, that's one thing is I'm really definitely like, yo, once I sit to edit, like I have to finish it. Like I go
I
by
love that.
sessions, yeah.
That's
Like even
fucking
if
lit,
I have
bro.
to drink a couple beers or some shit. Like,
bro, shout out to
it's-
you, bro. Thank you for having me
Oh,
on this
thank
shit.
you,
This
bro,
shit
for
was
fucking
sick.
coming on, bro. Like I appreciate it a lot, man. I know we've been trying to do this for a while, and you hit me up like so quick. You were down with it, like
Yeah, bro.
We set up everything so smoothly, bro. Like I appreciate it. I can't wait to see everything you got coming up, bro. And
Hell yeah.
definitely gonna try to pop out.
Yes,
Say any
sir.
shows you have, and let's just get fucking crunk, bro.
Maybe part 2 coming soon.
Part 2 for
Ah.
sure. Definitely gonna do a follow up at the beach. At the beach.
Oh, that would be
Oh, we
crazy.
need
Yo,
a
that'd be
fucking beach
fucking
background.
wild.
That would be lit, bro.
And Mr. Marco comes through, maybe.
Dude, Marco,
Shit.
that's our next one for sure. I gotta get. I know he's about to finish his classes and shit this
Oh, yeah.
this semester, so it'll be fucking lit.
Well, yeah, bro. Shout out to everyone that watched.
Hell
You know,
yeah,
thank
man.
y'all for
Appreciate
listening to
y'all.
us.
Make sure to like, subscribe, go follow Brandon, hit up Sensational, buy his shit out. When he drops, you gotta buy the caps, everything. I'm pretty sure you got the
Got some new shirts.
condoms coming out.
Oh,
everything.
you know we need that. You know we need that.
Hell yeah, dog. But appreciate it, man.
Hell yeah, bro.
All
Thank
right,
you,
man.
man.
I'll see y'all later, man. Y'all take it easy.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Why you bring that money to the club if you ain't doing it? How you naked on the ground but in person you ain't showing shit? Why you